sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess.
Body in the courtyard continues to hang silently, completely forgot.
Oh, I found something while
Wait,
you were
body?
away.
There's a body? Suddenly, she smiles and perks up.
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat, almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. A detective hat.
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
She looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. Oh, hell yeah. Ba-ba-ba! +1 encyclopedia. We are looking quite fashionable. And that's a good egg. That kid's going places.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Pull the curtains open.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
A terrified O escapes from Pleasance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Open the door and enter. So did you not do any of this, Tom? You didn't do, the bookstore caper? Sand is dripping from the punching bag.
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
Oh, you did? Okay. He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his
I
foot.
doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. Oh, you didn't talk to her.
Sounds good.
Equip the flashlight. That's a weird way to hold a flashlight, my man. Poster says, Sidious, Fortis, the rest is worn off. Take a shot put ball.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates.
You're a man of action and communism.
It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
He could have pulled a tire down from a fan. He obviously doesn't have the coordination to hold a flashlight.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Look, Gib, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would remove the collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat. and a whistle.
Just
Then
be happy holding the
feeling is
flashlight
gone.
didn't give you a stroke.
It's just a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. I'm probably gonna lift it, but only after I've done a little more investigating up here. Always blocked by old window panes and debris. Debris? What's debris? Large demijohn full of strange liquids. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Dying is fun to test out the autosave. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs. They remind you of bleeds. You know what? You know what? I am gonna lift the dumbbell. Can I manually save the game? Well, now I'm 1,000,000% going to lift the dumbbell.
The barbell waits patiently
Hey,
on the
Kim,
floor, like
fucking
dog
take a
for
look
its
at this.
master.
You want to see legendary strength? Brace yourself, because your pants are about to explode off from the erection you're going to get by witnessing this. Ow! Kim, it didn't
You
work.
manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed.
Seems like I'm a little out of shape, or maybe these gloves just suck. I've succeeded on 3% in this game before, and failed at 97%. He must want me cardinally by now. Weightlifting's for the intellectually impaired anyway.
It was never my favorite either.
The lieutenant's obviously
At
handling
the
it.
station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
Piece of garbage. Come on, Kim. I sense some mysteries afoot. And I'm definitely going to die soon. Oh my god, $3.12? You know what that means? I have $3.52 in total now. A naked mannequin torso, strangely erotic. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth-bitten, strangely erotic. This outfit's velour.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A
Continue.
radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
You sound surprised and a bit cautious. Do you think I should turn it on? Is what a coward would say. A man of action just turns it on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside.
It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
The lieutenant notes, observing the machine. Press play.
Nothing happens.
Press play again.
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 Nothing happens.
This time for sure.
Nothing happens.
Third time's a charm.
Nothing happens.
That last one was practice.
Nothing happens.
This one's the winner.
Nothing happens.
Let's press print.
Nothing happens.
What about print?
Nothing happens.
I bet play will do something now.
Nothing happens.
It's time for print.
Nothing happens.
One more print.
Nothing happens.
What if we go with play?
Nothing happens.
All right then. One more print.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Play.
Nothing happens.
Okay, leave. Let's try it 100 more times. We gotta find some
This
memory.
old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like
Hey, Kim.
blood vessels on
Hey, Kim.
alabaster skin.
Hey,
It
Kim.
looks ghostly and strangely
Hey, Kim.
ancient.
Kim, hey. Hey, Kim. Kim.
The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles.
I hit the clip button
Very
for you now.
deceptive.
I need to make a new clip command that the other one stopped working. Like, the place that I used is gone now. Hold on. How do I know what a K-drawn mosaic tile is supposed to look like? I mean, Mighty Odin, if you're making a clip, you'll do a better job, because I'm hitting a button on here, and I don't know what the delay was for you guys and all that, so you'll probably have a better clip than mine, so feel free to continue clipping.
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
This guy's accent is very specific. He says the free for three. Free.
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Capillaries. So we're dealing with something medical here. Of course. The anatomy of the curse. At some point, and I think again, I've been rewatching Futurama. I think we may be playing Zap Brannigan as as a police officer. Of course, the anatomy of the curse. Oh my god. Clip button's acting weird. Twitch is always being weird. I thought that was intentional. It's subconscious.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Wait, who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My god. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural.
This is a truly strange and wonderful story thread to fucking beeline to. And again, like, I have no idea. I haven't played this game. I've never watched anyone play. So I'm following whatever this character finds interesting. This game is incredible.
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
My favorite part is that Kim's just like, whatever, I mean, I'm just gonna go wherever this guy goes, I guess. I'm a consummate professional, but I'll be a consummate professional wherever. And I died an hour before this point, so it's all new to you as well. This little plot thread gets wild. Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast
Ether
emptiness
welkins?
of sidereal space.
Has someone taken this fake Welkin-based role-playing system that exists in this game world and turned into a real tabletop game yet?
Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those Wilkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a Welkin. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
No, Drama's onto something here. Drama's onto something. Examine the Welkin. It's important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
We found a Welkin racist already.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard.
Oh. The lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes
Definitely Korean,
wrapped
definitely.
in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow.
Definitely making jokes about, like, people spend a lot of time building worlds while you play this game, where they painstakingly built a world where you could say all the stupidest shit, and the game will be like, well, I guess that's the direction the story's going in now.
Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Holy shit. This game is amazing enough that, like, it feels like I've only been playing it for, like, 45 minutes. I've been playing this for, like, 2 hours now. God damn. Well, this is... I'm sorry, Dwarf Fortress people. We'll have Dwarf Fortress tomorrow. But this is what's happening tonight. I am getting hungry, so it won't be too much, but there's definitely gonna be another hour of this, let's be serious. I'm weak.
Primitive oil
I'm weak.
built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under
Don't
the
be
snow,
sorry.
great mammoth-like beasts of burden.
Hard into it. I mean, this game is incredible. Like, I knew it would be good, but, like, it's better even than I thought it was going to be. It's definitely one of those games that just eats away at your time. In a good way.
Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog.
Or morphine.
A much-needed respite from our own...
Oh my god. Like, I already want to replay this game with, like, electrochemistry as my main thing. Some combination of this and Dwarf Fortress. There's also a novel in this universe, but it's in Estonian. Unfortunately, I do not know Estonian.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
That's a fun setting.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
What happened here?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
I would challenge you to not only have electrochemistry in the highest, but also still try to solve the murder. This game was used to set up the larger world the devs wanted to make. So basically a test run. I mean, I'm into the test run. And given that, like, this game got the major update to add a billion well-recorded and voice-acted lines of dialogue. I hope that means it did well enough that, like, whatever the other project is going forward.
Looks like they didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the notes. Unfortunately, this is the one game we'll get, since the devs are all fired. Oh no, what happened? I remember vaguely there was some sort of, like, big kerfluffle with, like, one person in the team, and, like, a bunch of other stuff was going on, and everything fell apart, but, like, I wasn't sure if that went anywhere or not. It did well enough that Capitalistics came in and stripped Zaum for rights. Uh-oh.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe."
Well, Kim, what do you have to say about all that?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making?
Yes, that is the question.
The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How were they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
And this was a role-playing game, you say?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with heat death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Conceptualization, I like you.
Indeed.
Wow.
It's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
Do we have any money? Let's give them more money. Take a picture and make it bigger. It's more complicated than that. There are 2 groups named Zaum, but that's about the gist of it. It's always disappointing when it's just like a whole bunch of really creative and talented people come together, and then it all falls apart because of, like, to, like, really, like, be reductionist about it. Like when the suits show up and it's just like, fuck you people, we need to make more money. They were insane if they thought they could do this.
Yes, especially in here.
The lieutenant looks around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor in front of your feet.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Scribbled across a notebook. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Hold on. Double click. Double time it, buddy. Double time it. Oh my god, more money. They could have funded this game had they just looked around a little bit more. Steel rotor blades bearing a Slipstream logo. What the fuck is that? Production schedule, filament memory. Oh yeah. Take off. Looks like we're gonna be able to run that computer. Skis with Slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Groovy. What's going on, Wax? I don't know if you've seen this game before, but it's fucking amazing.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Click the play button.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
It's incredible. Just to catch you up, our character is an irresponsible drunk. We're currently making progress toward being a hobo cop, if I recall. We're on our way to being we're 79% hobo cop. We will be the best fucking hobo cop, let me tell you. Well, Chris has done almost nothing obviously relevant to anything. My character is just whatever extreme ADHD, just like, oh, what's that over there?
Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
I'm investigating a curse of the shopping district. I guess more specifically, a curse of this building, where a bookstore is currently operating.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What are you, a machine, or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Oui, oui.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Wow, so conceptual. And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. What's the production schedule? The static drowns out a response, by the way. I didn't read that part out loud.
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved. You should ask her for a hint.
A password. I'm really bad at passwords. Could you give me a hint?
No.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
The only part of the game that you don't like in its current state is that there's no narration for the details between dialogue lines. Understandable. I can see why they wouldn't do that. And I don't mind reading them. And I'll read them out loud for everybody. It's just hard when they're in between. Like, when they're after or before, it's easy. But in between's hard. Understandable. Understandable. How's it going, Callie? Is it my birthday?
Still no.
Well then, this is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
The voice of the machine asks again. She sounds cold in the damp air. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
That's a good point, Logic. That's a good point.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Let's try the password for the production schedule. Is it password?
Please repeat.
I don't know the password.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The old lady's voice disappears along with the static.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Press the print button.
Nothing happens.
Remove the production schedule.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Alright, we have plenty of other things to investigate. Like this door. Whoa! This is bigger than I thought. Oh my god! Magnesium and $2! I went from having no money to $7.07. An embarrassment of riches. That's a bear refrigerator.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
What is this thing? It looks like a gigantic ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Speaking of embarrassments, Heim Dollarman is worth buying. Now that we have money, like, I could buy a number of stuff.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim, it's a fridge. Let's look inside the
The
refrigerator.
shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want that book,
A
Mighty Odin.
handwritten note has been attached.
We
to
might
the
be able to get
door.
both.
The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Thank you, tutorial voice. Examine one of the ice cream
A
wrappers.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
It's gonna be really funny if, like, the mystery of the curse is that people have been paying a lot of extra, like, utility bill, and they just didn't ever question, like, it's weird that my bookstore has a $2,000 electricity bill every month, but c'est la vie. The walls collapse. It's inaccessible now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
What a pro, Kim. What a pro.
Looks like this furnace has a face and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. Not sure, Kim, but I think I could hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Yell hello into the furnace. Alright, before we commit to any of that, I want to see this note. Use the interact button in the inventory to inspect the item. Interact. I don't know how to interact. Use interact. Interact? Interact,
The
that
note
button,
is
Jesus.
written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important.
Ice cream maker.
I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Have any idea where that frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
And who's this illiterate ginger kid, Kim?
Some local miscreant, probably. There are tons of them running around in Martinez, ready to stir up trouble. We usually dispatch our junior officers to deal with them.
I wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Alright, Kim. God damn it. God damn, I have to pee again. I keep on, like, tearing through this water bottle. BRB. Consume. Have another nice yuzu gummy here. Fucking love yuzu. Mm-hmm. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine light in the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Inspect the
Most
rifles.
of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Where are we? Look around the secret room.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
What does this mean? A rifle here.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Get over there. Out of my way, Kim. Frozen ice cream maker that's still running.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
We may have found our gun, but we found a gun. Try to crack open the
You
lid.
slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here.
Oh yeah,
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Tools. Pry bar.
This orange machine is buzzing like an
3%.
old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Kim, open this for me.
The ice squeaks
God
beneath the
damn
pry
it.
bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge.
What is
You
this?
see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Advanced. Where do we get one of those?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Kim, you stupid idiot! How can you say that? Don't you see this is the most important fucking thing we've found all day? Missed it by that much.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Turn the ice cream crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
Kim, you ignorant slut.
It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Thank you, Inland Empire.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Alright, we're probably gonna unplug both of those, but first I want to finish exploring down here. Insane mesh tank top. Take all. Probably wear all. So currently, I'm wearing a shirt that gives me +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. This will give me +1 drama. It's a fucking mesh tank. Oh, hell yeah. Chest hair flowing free in the breeze, like it should. Well, we could sell stuff? You're telling me that this antique rifle sells for $11.32, and the shot put ball sells for $13, but the fucking computer piece? $50? Now this is a cop look. Yes, it is. We are rolling in drama. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. If only I had a tie to go with it. Oh, baby. More money. 777. That's how much money I have now. Look, you can see it. It's over there. God, I would wear thigh highs in an instant. Alright, I feel like if we unplug both things, that's good. I might as well... I'll take a heal here. Since I only have 2 health points. Alright, unplugging the bear would be good. Unplugging the freezer means I might thaw one
A
day.
thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
42% chance to yell hello. I'll go upstairs first, because that might be get the drop on somebody territory. Let's unplug both of the energy-consuming freezers.
2 cables are plugged into an electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without reason. Because it's black, the color of the immeasurable cosmos.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
That's probably fine. Kim, are you questioning
This
me?
machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
I could try again because we changed something about it. Come on, baby!
The ice squeaks
Damn
beneath
it!
the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good I have no
Shut up,
idea.
Kim.
Sooner or later,
I know it.
You will stumble upon a tool.
Alright. It didn't really improve our chances at all to do that. Money? Kim, that's my money. Back away. A cellar window, people's feet shuffling by on the street. Let's see if we could sneak up on those people whose voices we hear upstairs. Rue de Sainte-Ghislaine.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce
He
Center.
deserves an allowance, he's a good boy.
East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Boxing for young athletes and gym. 24th window. Emma's Fashion. Fabron's Taxi. Slipstream SCA. Fortress Accident. Revlon Ice City. Pinball! Oh, baby. I continued to fail a fairly easy check until it was 92%. It was amusing. Let's go with Fortress Accident.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Slipstream SCA.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Yes, I've come to place an order.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Drama, you're my favorite.
No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Yes, it's me. He had to walk into your life, crawling it back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
She stops, and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough times.
Ever since I came to live here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
All right, goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
I want to go back. Try again.
No.
Damn it.
Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Main hall, building A.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
Pleasance, it's me. I'm investigating the doomed commercial area, just like we discussed.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
There's a spot of static that overrides her words.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
God, you're the
A
worst!
single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Andrew Orlando Hare, SCA.
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Artemetep's boxing for young athletes and gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
24th window. 24-hour window.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
She's totally worse than us. Emma's fashion atelier.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
For Bronze Taxi, the rest been torn off.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Revocol Ice City.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Main hall, building B, whirling in rags.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell.
East
They
Delta
don't
pinball.
want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Counterpoint, you're a cop.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
It is a very low bar. Alright. We unplugged both. Has it melted anymore? Maybe I can try again.
This orange machine
Damn it.
is dead still. The bear's eyes are dead and empty. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Smear your hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad,
What?
pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Adramat Karzai, smear your cheeks with black with coal.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
I'm the reincarnation of an ancient Lemurian warrior.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it.
Come on, authority.
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
We're exploring this dark place and I need the protection my war paint affords me.
And this protects you.
Traditional war paint grants me safe passage with the spirit. It gives me confidence and that's all that matters, Kim.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Alright, let's try to yell in there. Now that we have war paint on our face, we have a much better chance to succeed.
Muster
Damn
all your
it.
strength and yell.
Heck.
Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak.
Damn it, Kim.
A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
A hollow ring echoes
Damn
through
it.
the furnace. Your toe hurts.
If I hadn't have healed myself before, I would be dead now. Whoa, 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 whoa! Almost died. Almost died just then. I almost fucking died kicking that thing. All right, now that I've kicked the furnace, I have a much better chance to yell up there.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You should save often.
you've awakened the entity.
Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The
Aw,
sound of a
yeah.
curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Let's roll, Kim.
Hobocop.
Oh! Oh! I've evolved!
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon. Then fight the
Bourbon.
Armacan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
I accept being hobo cop. Learning cap for shivers and raised to 6. Reveals extra special collector's edition tare bottles on the map. Hobo cop, we are born again.